Since very early in the morning, representatives of Asopadres, graduates of the Bolivariano and the Ombudsman of the Islands have been at this institution to prevent the archive that have been kept for years from being moved to a basement that is not in optimal conditions.
Files, fans, computer equipment, among other items necessary for the children's education are being moved to a building that, according to parents and graduates from the Bolivariano, has not yet been delivered. Here are the facts.
We are manifesting, we are protesting against the harassment that the government are doing. From the past 27 November 2020, the government has given one possibility of a contract to give away the administrative building of the Instituto Bolivariano to the SAP, which is, we have it in function. We have it in full-time function. We're using it totally. Right now, in this building, we operate all the systems. Also, we have the archive, general archive for finance, and the general archive for all the notes and all the things that the school do. Well, the government pretend we too, and this morning, and come with intention to take out all the books, take out everything, and evacuate the building, to give it the building to the SAP. We don't have nothing against the SAP. That is very clear. But we don't want to permit the SAP to come and take away, affect our school, affect our children, affect our community. This is the main reason why we are here this morning, and we want to continue in this struggle for the rights of our kids and rights of our community, and especially for our school.
The Vice President of Asopadres of the Bolivariano Institute, who is also a parent, also expressed her opinion.
Entonces le solicito a las entidades del gobierno.
I ask the government entities to support us, to understand us as the parents that we are, to accompany us and understand the situation we are living at in the Bolivariano institution. I thank the other parents, encourage them likewise to unite as the family that we are so that we can do something for our institution.
According to the president of the graduates, the peaceful protests will continue at the institution until their demands are met.
As part of the vaccination plan against COVID-19, the departmental government started again today with the implementation of the Prass strategy, which seeks to identify people with coronavirus.
After a few months on standby, the departmental government reactivates the Prass strategy on the island, which seeks to increase the number of COVID-19 tests in the department, identify positive cases, and track their environments to prevent the spread of the disease. The Secretary of Health spoke to us about the decision to implement the strategy.
We continue with the Prass strategy, which is to trace the COVID-19 virus, to know where it is located, to continue isolating people infected from the virus, and to break the chain of infection. The Prass strategy is what has worked in the fight against COVID-19 in San Andres and all Providence, and from the Secretary of Health, we continue to address this work in conjunction with the IPS and EPS of the department.
We spoke with an official from the EPS Sanitas and the Nueva EPS who are carrying out the test today in the sector of Guinea-Hen, known as Natania.
Estamos realizando las pruebas PCR.
We are performing PCR tests since the beginning of this month. Previously, we are doing the antigen test as we are in the neighborhoods in the whole area of Guinea-Hen, Nuevo Bosque, Cantera, Ciudad Paraíso, and Luxby this week. If it is an antigen test, meaning the test results are immediate. If it's PCR, after 8 days, each EPS is responsible for following up and calling them and giving the results to the patient.
Officials of the various EPS that are working jointly with the Health Secretariat will visit each of the neighborhoods of the island to perform the test. The strategy will go hand in hand with the implementation of the National Vaccination Plan.
Much attention to the following note. Due to the beginning of the dry season in the department, the competent authorities call for the care of the environment and the prevention of burning.
Hello Lisa and all the TV viewers. Well, as you said, the dry weather don't start already in our department and also in all the country. That's why Coralina, the Environmental Corporation, sent a recommendation to all the people who watch us right now so we can mind the environment and avoid any kind of fire in this season.
Para el departamento,
For the department, we are going to manage a dry season, but with greater intensity for the months of June and July, which is different than previous years. The dam told us facing this issue, we want to recommend the community to continue with what they have, the management of efficient water use. Also, it is important to continue with the awareness campaign that we do and reactivate the host-to-host visit, and especially recommend no lodging and no burning.
Also, due to the dry weather, the interinstitutional projects them start. One of them is the Vigías Forestales contra Incendios. We want to avoid all kind of fire we could be specifically in Providence.
Para el municipio de Providence.
For the municipality of Old Providence, we are already working with a project of surveillance on fires that is very important because of the vegetation that is deteriorated. Many people want to burn it, but that is prohibited. So any question you may have, contact us.
Well, for this dry weather, we expect high temperature. We expect also an increase in the wind, and we expect all the vegetation could burn fast. This is all the information we report from here from Carolina. Continue, Lisa, in the studio.
News, we continue with information from the Treasury Department with news for tax payments, convenience for the community.
Hello, Lisa. Good afternoon. I have a very important news for all the community, and that is the Secretariat of Finance is offering the 25% of discount in all the taxes. The highest discount, according to Carlos Cotes. He is the head of the income portfolio of the Secretariat.
I embrace this opportunity to invite all the contributors for the taxes of the vehicle, industrial, commercial, and predial to embrace the opportunity and pay the tax with the 25% discount on predial, vehicle, automotor, and industrial commercial. Because this is, and we have till the 28th of February to approach this discount. Well, this is one of the highest discounts that the contributor ever get since I've been Jefe de Rentas and the Gobernación 15 years about.
As Carlos Cotes stated, islanders have until the 28th of this month to catch up. This is a great opportunity, and this is all information, Lisa, from the departmental government facilities. Continue in studio.
Thank you, Silvette. And in other news, the Foundation Adopta No Compres advances sterilization days in the archipelago from today until February 24th for those interested.
In order to control the population of stray animals and avoid the unwanted offspring in island homes, the Foundation Adopta No Compres returned with sterilization days on the island. Its co-founder, Ivan Rodriguez, emphasized the importance of this process.
Es importante porque la esterilización.
It is important because sterilization helps to avoid unwanted offspring and to prevent them from throwing offspring into the streets, as we have seen. We have had cases of animal abuse where we have found cats in bags tied up in the bush. Animals are thrown into the water, so we avoid all that canine and feline overpopulation.
The day began today and will end on Friday 19 of this month at the Sports Center of the Barrack sector, and will continue over the weekend on Saturday and Sunday, February 20 and 21 at the school Luis Amigo. Rodriguez offered a recommendation at the time of taking the pets.
It is important for those who are going to take the animals that the animal has to be fasting for at least 12 hours and bring a small bottle of saline solution for recovery.
The day will also be held in the municipality of Old Providence and Santa Catalina on the 23rd and 24th of February.
And now let's know other events that are making news today in our brief news.
The National Police is carrying out a campaign in the department to raise awareness in the community against residential burglary. Inhabitants of different sectors of the island receive advice from the police to avoid being victims of criminals, making the community aware of the need to prevent this by avoiding leaving doors or windows open when they leave their homes. Due to the high temperatures that occur during this time of the year, the Ministry of Environment launched in the municipality of Old Providence the program Forest Watchers Against Fire, which will be responsible under the Operation Black Crab to prevent the possible burning of plant material and conduct education processes with the islanders. The initiative was launched in conjunction with representatives of the IDEAM, National Natural Park, Coralina, the Mayor's Office of Old Providence, firefighters, the armed forces, and the beneficiaries of the payments of environmental service. The Vice Minister of Environmental Policy and Standardization, Francisco Cruz Prada of the Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development, visited the Old Point Regional Park, where he inspected the facilities, highlighting the ecotourism potential of the area. The public official invited tourists and residents to preserve the tourist attraction once it's open to the community by the Coralina Environmental Corporation.
At this time of the day, we continue with the weather forecast. The weather forecast for today, February 17. In the coastal area of archipelago, the sky is mainly sunny. Temperature is 29 degrees Celsius with winds from the northeast direction with intensities of 23 kilometers per hour. Humidity forecast is 72% and probability of precipitation is 20%. This is all for now, but we see you tonight at 8 p.m. in our central broadcast of Teleislas News. Good afternoon.